What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to Bald Man Reacts. 9GOATS Blackout. The track is Heaven. Had this requested for about a week and a half. A little bit longer. And I meant to get to it, but I haven't yet. I do truly apologize about that. I also don't remember who requested it. And I apologize for that as well. I'm having a bald moment. Very sorry. So, that said, let's get into it. I've never heard these guys before. The band is 9GOATS Blackout. The track is Heaven. I do have the lyrics up in a separate window. Here we go. Really like the tones for the guitars there. Piano's a really nice touch. It's very pretty. Nice ambient, like jazz fusion in a way. Really like the textures here. Starting to hear a lot of this from Japanese bands, and I really appreciate it. I like the imperfections in his voice, the breakup, the rawness. I like the way the lyrics are structured and the vocal melody. I like the spoken word, and the piano is absolutely gorgeous. This hooks you in with just how beautiful the melodies are. Love how subtle and moving that bass is. This is so easy just to get caught up in and have that emotional connection hit you and then just fade out to it. You know, it's interesting. I'm not really a fan of jazz, but I'm a fan of jazz fusion. And they fuse these elements so well here. You know, those guitar tones have so much impact. And I love that break and just the beautiful feel of that tone. The bass player is awesome. The drummer is locked in so tight. Very gentle touch with his drumming too. And it's mixed gently. Really nice falsetto he has. That's pretty. And it fits so perfectly with the music here. I love the spots where he chooses to use his falsetto. Wow. Didn't expect that solo to come in, but it did, and it's great spot. Really like the backing vocals there and how this has picked up and gotten bigger. I like how the orchestrations come in as well. It's really added to the depth and just how much bigger this track feels now. He's got such a unique tone to his voice. So many textures and they fit so well. It's such a pretty track, and it reminds me a bit of 90s alt rock as it stepped out. I'm trying to think of the name of the band. They're on the tip of my tongue, but I can't. Get a little bit of that Coldplay, get a little bit of that U2 and the jingly tones of the guitars. Certainly get that jazz fusion influence. Wow. That was 9GOATS Blackout, and the track was Heaven. And that was phenomenal. That was a really, really, really pretty track. If I had to sum up the track in one word, it would be textures. And the reason is there are so many different textures throughout this track. They're all over the place. It's incredible. I love just how many textures there are, how different types of textures being utilized depending on the part of the song and the way it builds. Those pianos in the beginning are phenomenal. Really love the way that feels. I really enjoy the different layers of guitar textures depending on what they felt the song called for in each part. There's such a degree of sophistication in the writing here, and I really enjoy and appreciate that. You can tell the musicians are school trained. You can tell the drummer has jazz training because he really has those jazz chops in the feel and its groove and the way he plays and accents things, his touch. I've noticed in the years that I've played in bands and been around drummers that jazz drummers tend to have a bit more delicate touch to how they play, and rock and metal drummers tend to be a bit more aggressive when they hit, and that comes through. And this guy's got a very gentle and delicate touch to what he's doing and the way he's playing. And I really, really enjoy that about the drummers playing. Bass player, again, you can tell he's school trained. Got a great feel. He really adds and brightens the track up in so many ways. That bass tone is so clean. It's so silky smooth. And he's blending what he needs to do. He's locked in with the drums at points, and they're just completely together, and it's an amazing thing to hear. There's points where he's accenting the guitars, even helping bolster the vocal ability line. I noticed in a couple of spots, and it's really phenomenal, really adept bass playing. Guitar player is awesome. You know, I love his clean tone. His clean tone is amazing. His dirty lead tone is also really, really strong. I love the way he phrased and felt that solo. I think that's phenomenal. Very, very happy with it. The vocalist surprised me. You know, he's got a very different and unique voice, and when he gets up into his falsetto, when he chooses to use it, his false is amazing. But he's got some grit. He's got some dirt. He's got just a different tone, and I don't mean that in a mean way at all. It's unique. It's not something I'm used to hearing from a Japanese singer, or singers for that matter. I can't completely describe his voice, but I really enjoy his voice. And I think more so now that I've heard more Japanese stuff, I really have an appreciation for what he's doing. And there's nothing I disliked about this track. I think there might have been a couple of spots where I feel like the mix was a little off. That might have been the compression on the YouTube video, but it might be my ears. But it's a great track. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm sorry I forgot who requested it. I truly am. It was outstanding. It was a different track. It's nice to step out and not do things that are so mind-numbingly heavy. I love my heavy stuff, but this is a phenomenal step down, and it's beautiful. Like I said, I really like jazz. I really like jazz fusion stuff. I'm not really a jazz fan, unless it's certain jazz. But I love when bands fuse jazz elements with other styles, and I think they did this phenomenally here. It's a great track. It's a phenomenal request. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the support. We're almost at that 2,000 mark. I think we'll hit it shortly. I really, truly appreciate all of you so much. Thank you to my law enforcement, military veterans, and first responders for what you do every single day. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Bald Man. I will see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other and keep head banging.